Situation is tense in Mamelodi after confrontation between two taxi associations, and Fransman accuses DA of fabricating pamphlet implicating ANC in farm strike. I'm Debo Changela with this news update. The situation is tense and traffic has come to a standstill along the Tsamaya road at Denneboom in Mamelodi, east of Pretoria. This after confrontation between two taxi associations, MALDTA and MALDTA, and smaller taxi operators who are allegedly using unauthorized vehicles to transport passengers. Taxi drivers pelted police with stones after they attempted to intervene. The SABC's Mahlangu reports.
The two taxi associations, MALDTA and MALDTA, have increased fares from 7 rand to 9 rand, while the other one, known as 4+1, charges the old fare. During the confrontation among these organizations, police tried to intervene, but stones were thrown at them as well. There are no vehicles moving along Tsamaya Road in Mamelodi. I'm Mahlangu, SABC News in Mamelodi, east of Pretoria.
The leader of the ANC in the Western Cape, Marius Fransman, has accused the DA of fabricating a pamphlet which implicates the ANC in the farm workers' strike. The pamphlet is written in Afrikaans on an ANC letterhead. DA provincial leader Ivan Meyer has accused the ANC and its alliance partner COSATU of being behind the strike.
We have uncovered a document called Project Reclaim. In this document, the ANC has developed a coherent strategy to make the Western Cape ungovernable. They specifically mentioned particular areas, and it is now happening exactly in the way the ANC has planned it. And so the evidence is now coming more and more forward, and the dirty campaigns of the ANC, who do not respect the constitutional democracy in South Africa, has now been exposed for what they are.
The Gauteng government received over 40 cases of fraud and corruption between April and September this year. MEC MALDTA says steps have been taken against corrupt officials. Nkomfe has been briefing the media on the sidelines of the International Fraud Awareness Seminar in Midrand, north of Johannesburg.
The person who deals with finance at the Department of Agriculture was dismissed for making deliberate duplicate payments to a service provider. A service provider was blacklisted by the Gauteng Department of Finance for tender irregularities. Finance practitioner of the Department of Finance was arrested and dismissed for fraudulent use of GPG employees' personal details to obtain loans.
And more than 100 rebels have been killed in clashes between the M23 rebel group and the army in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The violence comes days after the UN and US imposed sanctions on the group's leader. The fighting near the eastern city of Goma comes a day after the UN said armed groups in the region slaughtered over 200 people, including scores of children, between April and September. Earlier, a government spokesperson said 51 bodies of rebels wearing Rwandan army uniforms had been collected.